Welcome back to the Kathy J Show, everybody. Hello. All right, so we're spoiled to have the mountains here in our backyard. And a lot of folks are heading up to them and hiking this fall. They've been hiking all year, actually. But if you're new to Colorado or new to the hiking situation, there are a few things that you should know before hitting the trails. That's why the creator of FatmanLittleTrail.com, Greg Sakowicz, is here joining me over Zoom. Hi, Greg.
Hey, Kathy, how you doing today?
I'm good. Look at you. I can't believe this. So I've known you for easily 10 years,
Yeah.
and you have changed. I can't believe that you've become a hiking guy. What is this?
I don't know. You know me. I was the guy I was at work all the time. I live in the city. My longest hike was to the bar or the restaurant down the street. But in 2020, we had that issue where everything shut down for quite some time, and living downtown, that meant that everything got a little bit claustrophobic, but the only thing that was open were the trails. So as somebody who lived here for 7 years, but never really went to the mountains, maybe 4 times in 7 years, I decided, hey, it's time to go to the mountains. And I did. And I learned a lot of valuable lessons of going to the mountains for the first time, especially as a hefty hiker, as I like to say.
Right, a hefty hiker, because that's one of the reasons, let's be honest, Greg, I don't like to go is because I've got some weight on me. I'm a little unsteady on my small little ankles. Like, I get nervous, but I want to see it. I'd love to see it. Those places those pictures we just saw, that looks amazing.
Well, and absolutely. And what I found was when I wanted to get started, I was like, I wanted to see it, but I was embarrassed and I was nervous and I didn't want to go up there and get myself in trouble. It's a scary place, if you get up in the mountains, especially if you don't know what you're looking for. And all of the websites that I looked at, there are a lot of great resources out there, but they were all for, people that were young and in shape and like, oh, I ran this 14er in 10 minutes. And that was not me. I was like, I'm over 40 and I'm fat and I can barely breathe at 5280. How am I going to breathe at 14,000? So I wanted to kind of get that resource out there for people that wanted to do it, but were worried about it and were scared about it. And if I can do it, trust me, anybody can do it.
I loved how you said that when you first started walking, you would have to sit to catch your breath and you would pretend you were taking photos and stuff. And I totally do that at Red Rocks. I'm the person that turns around and goes, Isn't it beautiful up here? So I get that. But now you said you've gotten past that. Stop wherever you want. It's about your journey on that trail.
Exactly. Like I said, I was embarrassed when I started, and I think a lot of people are, because you're breathing hard and people are walking past you. So I came up with my excuse of, oh, I'm going to take a picture of this and this and this. And what I found too, though, is that the best pictures aren't always at the end of the trail. What I learned was that if you stop somewhere and turn around and look, there's beauty all over on every step of the trail.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people miss that when they race too fast to get to the end. But it was just an excuse for me to catch my breath. And now I don't mind it. Now I catch my breath. I'll lean up on my pole. I'll be, how you doing? Talking to everybody who walks by. Like, yeah, I'm the guy that's stopping 13 feet into the trail, but it's fun.
I love that. So is that where your motto, screw it, I'm trying, came about? Just screw it, I'm trying.
It is, because so much I was sitting on my apartment going, I want to go hike, but I don't,
Right.
And what happens if I get out there and I get lost or I hurt myself or something? And then I just said, you know what, screw it. It's time to try. And I came up with the blog, and it's actually my most popular blog, and it's my motto, and it's the stages of grief, but set to hiking for a hefty hiker. So, there's denial. Like, as soon as you get there, I'm going to do this. This is going to be the best hike of my life. And then, finally there's acceptance where you're like, this is terrible, but I absolutely love it. It's beautiful, But once you accept that you're not going to be the first one up the hill, it makes the whole hike a whole lot better.
You're absolutely. So that's what inspired then Fat Man Little Trail. Was it the blog and that became your website, Fat Man Little Trail, or it all just happened?
So it kind of started, I was doing a hike and it was really early in the journey. And I was sitting on the side and could barely breathe. I was probably like a 6% grade, a really easy trail. And these two kids, probably 7 and 9, walk by me wearing Crocs and drinking a Capri Sun. And I'm sitting all geared up and they like, hi, mister. And I'm like, oh man, I am just a fat man on a little trail right now. So like, I got the kind of mindset and the concept of it just from that one moment of sitting there and having these kids run past me like it was nothing. Like I was standing still and they're just running.
It's awesome.
That made up my mind.
You know what though? You're seeing so much. You sent us pictures of you up there with the fall colors. That was a recent photo you just took.
Yeah.
And when did you just take this? This is beautiful.
This was Tuesday, actually.
Okay,
so
yeah.
on Tuesday, I went up. This is Kenosha Pass. That's kind of like the first place I like to go because it's easy to get to. It's easy to walk around and find these beautiful colors. That was actually right off of the little parking area right there. So right at the start of the hike. I think I did like 2 miles and it was like 800 feet of or not even 800, like 80 feet of elevation. I was just walking down a road and just enjoying myself, enjoying the colors.
Is it pretty easy to find trails? Like in my neighborhood, there's a little map that says this is where you are and this is where you're going. Is it like that when for us beginners going up into the hike?
So what I used an app called All Trails, and All Trails gives you kind of the basics of where it is, how to get there. It'll give you a hard, medium, or easy rating on it. And then a lot of people in the community will put their advice on there too.
Oh yeah, that's what we need.
Yes. You don't know what that person is or who's giving that advice. So I also do, I break down all the hikes on my website. So I've done, I think it's about 175 hikes now.
Oh my gosh, Greg.
That are broken down. Yeah.
I have to tell you, you are a different man that I'm talking to right now. Like you're jovial and happy. And I mean, the guy that used to walk around the station, yeah. I mean, who is this guy? It's obviously has really done like amazing things for your mental health. You're smiling.
I know. It's been years since I smiled.
Exactly.
Well, and I did it during the pandemic whenever, that's when I started in 2020, March. And it was a really stressful time for everybody. And I found I did it because I wanted to get in better shape physically. But what I found was that mental aspects of it were better than the physical aspects. Like, I think it goes back to our thoughts of, exploring as human beings. You just want to see something new and see beauty, and you can do it at your own pace, which kind of helps you think through things.
I love that.
And just kind of clears your mind, and it's just a wonderful way to help with that mental health.
It's all about making sure your mental health is happy. But before we go, we have to go really fast, so we're just going to go down a list of advice that you have for new beginners. It started out with wearing good socks. Right?
Number one, that is the most important thing I found. No blisters, get some good wool hiking socks.
Awesome. Know before you go. I learned that the hard way. It rained on me.
Absolutely. Get a weather forecast, check All Trails for trail conditions and things like that.
Take your time. We've already talked about that.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to stop. We've talked about that.
Yep.
And the big one that I see on your face is have fun.
Have fun and don't be afraid. Like, not every step is going to be fun, but you have to enjoy it when you come down.
You're the best, Greg. I can't believe it. Thank you. Everyone here is just shocked at how happy and amazing you look. So keep it up, fat man.
Thank you very much, Kathy.
That's the weirdest thing to say. So you can check out Greg's website by going to fatmanlittletrail.com and get out there and explore, everybody. That's why we're here. We'll be right back. Kathy J. Oakwood Homes is an official partner of the Kathy J Show. Oakwood Homes,